Good morning. ACC Under-16 E-Zone Cup. Today's match between Thailand versus Myanmar. I'm the match referee Rakesh Madhavan. We got both the captains here. Thailand have flipped the coin and Myanmar to score. Tails. Hit. Thailand won the toss and ball first.
Good morning, hello, and welcome to another thrilling day here at the ACC Men's Under-16 East Zone Cup. I'm coming to you live from the scenic KTJ Oval here in Malaysia. The stage is set, the sun is out, and the cricketing action now should be kept rolling. In today's battle, I bring you the two youthful, talented sides in Malaysia and in Thailand and Myanmar. And we already have the toss. Thailand have won it, and they have elected to have a field first. They're hoping to make inroads with the ball on a surface that's offered just enough to help pacers early on. Thailand come in with a very balanced squad and they're looking sharp on the field while warming up. Myanmar, while will be having their work cut off because this will look a surface that will give something for the faster bowlers on. So the batters will have to be watchful. And just when they're about to have the first ball, I bring you in my fellow commentator Ijaz, who will take you to the phases of play.
Hello and good morning. Thank you very much, Abrar, and I hope everyone is fine and enjoying this broadcast. This is another beautiful and wonderful day to watch cricket. Both sides, Thailand under-16 and Myanmar. These are the lineups for the game today. These under-16 boys, they have got a long way to go in the future, and hope so that both teams will be playing their best level of cricket. As Jerapol, the captain of Thailand cricket team. Along with him, that's Kea Zin Ling, which is the captain of Myanmar under-16 cricket team. Both are young and hope so they have got a pretty long career in this cricket game today. As Abra told you, the toss has already been done. And let's see that how the things will be happening in this game today. As both teams, they are ready. And this is really a beautiful venue. We will surely talk about this because it's a school, it's a cricket ground, as well as they have got swimming pools, the cafe. It's a beautiful place in Malaysia, as they've been looking into the future to promote and host, I must say, the different ACC events. ICC also having an eye on to the venues of Malaysian cricket. But today, it's another landmark, which has been the second day of this ACC Men's Under-16 E-Zone Cup Malaysia 2025. And hope so. This will lead for another good day.
So with that being said, we have the first ball of this innings. And what a start by the young faster bowler.
Yes, it's a good line to keep the ball towards offside. We did see that here at Malaysia. It's a bit humid sort of condition. Sometimes you've been getting clouds up into the sky. They've got two slips straight away. Now, I think so that bending back and trying to get the ball away from the right-hander, Young, who is batting there, he must be looking to have a good start for his side.
Yes, two consecutive deliveries outside the off stump. I think disciplined fast bowling is the right way to go. Always they have to aim at the right areas and they have to make the batters think. Doesn't matter what age level cricket is played at, but it's always the key first phase of the game that makes the difference.
Yes, human is learning with every passage of time. I think so at this stage, it's a great platform to be given to these youngsters and hope so that they will surely be learning with the passage of time. It's in a wide delivery. I think so he will have to keep one channel, like not to go too much towards offside. Though that he's bowling well, he's bending his back, trying to hit the deck. And the bounce is even too. Here at Malaysia, what we did see in the previous game as well, the 3 games are played yesterday, and the bounce of the surface, that has been perfect. And you have to give credit to the curators here that they have done a great job. Even there's a lots of rains around.
Yes, definitely. It's never easy to maintain the ground and make it available the very next day. We know that the conditions usually in Malaysia are slightly rainy, but it's been a good start by the young fast bowler so far in this innings. He's asked some valuable questions early on to the right hand batter and looks like he's stuck with his line in par with that wide delivery. But other than that, it's been far economical. So far, it's still early on, but let's see how he finishes this over. 3 balls remaining.
Yes, good way to start off with a stick. Because in cricket, earlier on when the ball is new, the shine is there, it's really hard. So openers, they normally enjoy the batter cricket. Sometimes maybe the conditions are not that favorable because if it's cloudy, suddenly that if it's a slight bit of more cold, so you may be having some problem while batting at top. But in a conditions like this here, in this part of the world, I think so. It's really easy for the batter to cope up.
Short pitch delivery attempted, and umpire signals on bounce. It's a good start, Ijaz, to this over from Thailand. After winning the toss, they have decided to have a bowl first, and they definitely want to get in the game early on with a couple of wickets during the power play.
Yes, exactly. Every team wants to get early wickets, and these two teams, they are evenly balanced. If you see on the papers, and we'll surely see that how these batters, how these bowlers from the both sides, they will be depicting their skill in the center. Because so far, to me, like what we've been looking here at Wickham, the bowler from Thailand, he's having some good pace. There is no worries about the pace, but the accuracy should be there. That if you're keeping the ball way towards offside, maybe down the leg side, that you may be wasting that new ball.
Yes, I'm definitely in full agreement with that. And I'll just add a few more points that he's definitely getting a hint of swing, especially with the new ball. Looks like the ball is tailing away from the right hand batter, and that's something that will encourage him when he comes on to bowl his second. First over completed, 3 runs without any loss for Myanmar. After winning the toss, when Thailand decided to have a bowl first, I think they must have had a target in their minds. You reckon what is a good score at this ground?
Well, I think so. Well, this is a slight bit more early. You will have to wait and see that how they will be getting an opening start and the middle of the inning. So we may be in a position to give a better verdict, like after 30th over, the conditions, that how the teams will be behaving. So I think so. That a slight bit of more weight, but looking on the surface, it looks like a good batting track. You only need to stay in the center just to see off the new ball, 6 or 7 overs. Then you may be playing your strokes.
Yes, you can afford to be a little bit watchful early on in your innings. Definitely, that's something these youngsters have, I wouldn't say mastered, but they would look up to it because they're still early on in their cricketing career. We're waiting to start the second over. Looks like there's a slight bit of a delay. Umpire is just having a little bit of a chat. Just having a word with the skipper. Perhaps just making sure everything is all right to proceed with the game.
Yeah, I think so that things have been perfectly done here so far. This event has started in a beautiful way, and we've got a bit of the time here at College Tinku Jafar Oval cricket ground, really looking beautiful. Yeah, we will surely talk more about that during the game when we will be having some intervals. But here we go, back live.
Oh, that's a beautiful delivery and strikes the very first ball. Right on target, and Kunso has to depart. What a dream start for the bowler for Thailand, and he celebrates in style.
Yes, exactly. That's really a wonderful bowling, or just keeping that in line. I think so. That was just getting inside, a sort of in-dipper. Have a look. That is coming sharply back into the batter, and he has no answer just to play across, and he has paid the price. So it's an early blow for the Myanmar cricket team, as we've been looking only 2 deliveries that Kunso has been walking off. But a really happy team, Thailand. They have striked here.
Yes, and they definitely look pumped up. And why not? What a delivery that is. Hint of swing early on. We were just observing the outswing going on in the first over, and this is the first real attempt of the in swinger coming in, and definitely favors the Thailand bowlers.
Yes, exactly. It's really good to see for any side of coach that his bowlers, they've been doing a good job getting early wickets, because this is how in the modern days of cricket you will be starting being a bowler, and I think so it's a really a good start.
And once again, trying to attack the stump. He gets that in swing going on, an attempt to get a run out. Malaysia has done a good job in preparing the ground. It's giving the bowlers an opportunity to get a good go at the stumps early on. Other than that, looks like a good pitch to bat, like you mentioned. These Myanmar batters need to ensure they spend a bit of time out here.
Yes, exactly, you're right. As Witawat, the bowler here, he's just keeping that ball between the wickets in front of the stumps, and I think so that he's doing a good job so far, that when you have been rewarded you can do much longer.
Oh, just when we were complimenting him, I think that just slipped out of his wrist. Umpire will definitely signal a no ball for that one. He was consistent, but I think he just got too excited about it and lost his grip. Let's see how he comes back and bowls this delivery, which is a free hit.
Yeah, really gifted time here for the batter just to look after and go for a big one. But I think so that a Yorkland delivery can survive here, not to go over the top, because the batter here will surely look to go towards maybe onside, use the long hander, hit for big.
Exactly what you mentioned. The bowler delivers. So far, in spite of that no ball, that full toss, Witawat has been highly impressive. We have only seen 4 deliveries of him, but I can definitely tell you this young man is a bright prospect.
Yes, exactly. Striking through early in his over. And still he is getting some movement, which has been really a class act. I must say that there are lots of bowlers at the international level who have been reversing, who have been getting the ball swinging in the both ways, like in swing, out swing. So we did see that the first over the ball was going away, and this time it's coming back quite sharply.
And he's done a good job here. He's just flicked it away through the leg side, this time slightly fuller, and the batter has obliged. And the first boundary comes up for Myanmar with that shot.
Yes, it's a good way to get the boundary because you have already lost the wicket. So it's a time to get some confidence being a batter. So they have just got a boundary after losing that wicket. 2 overs gone, it's 9 for 1.
Looks like Wikakam will continue. He's come back for his second over. He was bowling the outswingers early on. His teammate came back and used the in-swingers to perfection here. But for a batting team, we need to ensure that these top order batters pave the path for the lower order batters to put on a big score. This is the 50 over format. It's all about setting a solid foundation up top, and rotation of strike is definitely the key, because once a foundation has been laid, any team can really cash in the later half. So let's see how they negotiated this new ball.
Yeah, so far you can say like the equation has been balanced. We have seen a boundary and a wicket. I think so that they are slightly making those shots a little late. I think so that the ball has been going through, and then they have been thinking to play that. Or what I have seen here from the batting point of view.
Yes, they definitely give a hint that they are just being a bit too watchful, and in the process they're getting a bit too late to move their feet towards the ball. In the process they're missing the ball completely, so they can be a bit more aggressive towards the ball and just try to connect back to ball. Maybe in the process get some runs, but so far we haven't seen that. As you mentioned, the ball is definitely traveling, and after that they're attempting the shot.
Yes, being a batter, a good batter, and you're batting at top order, so you have to keep a really close eye on to the hands of the bowler, because when he's coming in sharply, you need to see if the seam is up. He may be having you a bit more fuller deliveries.
Much better this time. The bowler attacking the stump, the batter trying to play that to the offside, doesn't get the connection he wanted. Another dot ball.
Yeah, when you're talking about the 50 overs game, you need to build up your inning, because in the first 10 overs, you will be having the power play like 40-50 without losing any wicket. That will be the key. But slowly, you should be building up the inning like that. That's a wide delivery, way towards offside. Good delivery if you're keeping it almost near to the offside, because you have got 2 slips. He's attempting well. But I think so that more accuracy should be there.
Yes, definitely. In spite of the wide, we must say that this has been a testing spell so far against Guajin especially. He's still searching for that first real confident connection, and the faster bowlers are really making him uncomfortable.
Yes, wait and see that if there will be any sort of spin. But I think so here at this stage, these two pacers, they are doing a good job. And to me, like Thailand should keep these two bowlers, should give another 3 or 4 overs altogether just to make any impact. Already they have got a wicket. And if there will be a couple of more, they will surely be enjoying their cricket in the start of this match.
Uchapan really hasn't really attacked the stump as much as his partner Vitaka did, and that's been given as a wide as well. The batters really look like they're still not in. Both of them are hanging in there, but they haven't really found their rhythm yet. So I think the better ploy would be to attack the stump, because when they're late with their bat, that really gives them an opportunity.
Yes, you're right. They should be attacking on pads, wicket to wicket, couple of deliveries, just to make a test for the batters.
As you can see, once again, that was pitched outside the off stump, and the batter is just happy to let that one go as well. So earlier on, it really gives the batter the opportunity to just set in. An outswinger is not really an issue, but you really have to bowl towards that off stump line to really make the batters play. So that's been the only thing that is missing. But other than that, Thailand is off to a really good start. Let's see how Myanmar comes back to this batting innings, because they really need to be showing a little bit more intent. As we were also discussing, bowling straight really ensures that any mistake from a batter, such as a missed shot, a late reaction, or even a misjudgment, will make sure that LBW or even getting bowled comes into the play. And this bowler so far has done that to perfection in spite of a few looseners. Let's see how he continues. First ball of his second, and that's a very good delivery. Well played. That will be another dot to start.
Yeah, I think so. That's better, just to keep the ball near to the stumps. And I think so that Witawat, he's just bringing the ball back into the batter. And with a good pace, he may be rewarded with a wicket, but he will have to be more consistent with the pace, with the accuracy, the way that he has stopped here.
Oh, that's a good shot. That is flicked away beautifully. Fielder has a tough go at it. Excellent work in the deep, but that will race away to the boundary. What a shot by Yun Sil.
Yeah, that was a lawful toss, asking the punishment, though that he has covered a good ground, but couldn't stop it. I think so that slide would have been a better option here to stop that ball at the boundary line, because sometimes you're rolling over and been getting some injuries. You have to be very careful.
That boundary really will allow him to settle in nicely now. His body language looks more confident. And once again, that's a good delivery, but this time he plays the defensive shot to perfection. So it looks like the momentum is shifting already, but it's never too late for a bowler to rethink his stock delivery and come back and execute it to perfection. So now it's starting to look like a good concert between bat and ball.
Yes, as day will progress, I think so that it will be more easy for the batters. But I think so that bowlers here, they will have to be more consistent with their accuracy. If you're pitching those kind of deliveries down the leg side, way towards offside, you're allowing the batter to settle down. And if there are lots of chances in the past where you see that a batter who has been settled down, they've been going for the 3 figures like 50 and 100 runs as well.
I think this is much better, starting outside off stump for his in swinger to come in and almost picking up the top of off with that one. So this has been a better comeback by Witawat. I think he's bowling with a lot of energy and intent, but sometimes the bowler really needs to take a moment and think how the batter is going about his innings, and just pulling his length back might be the one that will work for him here. Looks like the batter is okay. I think we're just tying his shoelace. Good sportsmanship from Thailand. And with that, Witawat will continue. Once again, it's that same flick shot, which both these batters have played quite well, especially with the ball angling in. That shot will require perfect execution, and they've done that really well. So, just the last ball remaining of this fourth over. Let's see how they finish it. But it's been a balanced start. Oh, this will be an appeal, but umpires not in favor of the bowler. So that brings it to completion. 4 overs completed. Myanmar 17 runs with the loss of 1 wicket. Once again, full credit to Asian Cricket Council for creating such a brilliant stage for these young talents to shine. Cricket at this level is where the passion truly begins, and these players are actually showing us why we must integrate cricket as early on as possible.
Yes, exactly. It's a great platform. I must say that yesterday I was having a chat with one of the commentators that it's a great platform. When I was 16 years of age, I hadn't got the facilities like this. Just to go in the center, play at Asian level, and making the things happen for them. And I think so that Asian Cricket Council, they're doing a great job by hosting such kind of wonderful events around the globe here in Asia. And Malaysia has responded well, even though that for not only for men's cricket but also for women's cricket, that they've been providing a great platform. They're the great host, I must say, Malaysian cricket.
Yes, definitely. They've done a very good job in preparation of the pitches. The weather here can be a bit difficult to manage, but nevertheless, it has never really stopped their intentions of taking cricket to another level. With that, this has been a good start by Wichakam. He's a bowler who's bowling the outswingers more frequently. Just stayed a little bit on the outside off stump area far too often. Just want to take a line off his partner, Utawat, that attacking the stump might be the better ploy. Beautiful shape once again. Batter just getting his bat away. Unso has looked good. He scored 10 of 11 deliveries. Was in taking a little bit of time and has scored just the 1 run of the 12 deliveries that he has faced. Still early on, it's the 50 over format. Even these young players will know that if they allow themselves a little bit of time in the middle, they can always capitalize.
Yes, exactly. You're right. They will have to capitalize because Yazin, 12 deliveries, just a 1 run. Maybe that there is some sort of pressure on you that you're playing at international level. The cameras, the world is watching you. The coach is back at home when you started your cricket at school level. So everyone may be watching you, your homemates as well. So there's maybe a sort of pressure on the batter at this level.
Top edge this time. The bat slices on his hand, but it's a drop. Would you believe it? For a moment, I thought that's an easy catch. That went straight up in the air. Fielder was underneath and just drops out of his grip at the very last moment.
Oh, another good try. He should have kept that. I think so that when he just went down on the knees, that was the time the impact has just made that ball out of his hands. He should have rolled himself over after taking that catch, that maybe keeping the ball safe in the hands but I think so. It's a learning day. And, you will have to keep yourself in a better and a safe modes. If you want to be the good cricketer or better cricketer, you have to apply yourself and give your 100% results.
He's mixing his line and length quite beautifully here. That previous one, which almost got him a wicket, was a slightly shorter pitch delivery, and this one is fractionally fuller. So he's mixing it quite beautifully, and he will be quite unlucky that he wasn't rewarded. Nevertheless, it's been a very good over from Wichakam, and Myanmar is still holding on to their wickets quite firmly with a slight bit of luck favoring them. Just at the start of this over, in swinging delivery, outside the off stump, swinging back into the right-hander, and the big wicket of Kun So has to go back, and Thailand strikes once again. Similar run-up, and that is the delivery which we were talking about. An appeal from the slip and keeper immediately. Bowler probably thought that the keeper couldn't have taken that, but what a good catch, and some hint of brilliant bowling from Thailand has already picked up the second wicket of Myanmar. They look absolutely sharp and are capitalizing the new ball to absolute perfection. For a moment, I thought that that ball was slightly fuller and the batter was on his back foot trying to play that through the offside. And for that reason, it wasn't really there for him to play that drive over the offside. Eventually just ended up being a leading edge to the keeper. But once again, it's that bowler, Witawat, striking for Thailand just when they needed to pick up another one to gain momentum in this innings. The wicket came just when the partnership was blossoming. This partnership brought in 16 runs for Myanmar of just the 24 deliveries. And Witawat will continue. Fuller delivery to the new batter. That's very well bowled. An appeal there by the keeper. Optimistic, I must say. But Witawat is looking very threatening here. After the toss was conducted, Thailand's keeper did not really have any kind of hesitation to have a bowl first, and their bowlers are really showing us why. Once again, trying to play with soft hands, and Witawat is mixing it quite nicely. One more wicket here really will put Thailand on the driving seat. Still very early on in the game. Myanmar can afford to spend a little bit of time here. So the two batters really must have a conversation out there in the middle. From the fourth delivery, nicely bowled once again. Soft hand. That's well played by the batter. Kun So is still out there in the middle. He's looked the most formidable Myanmar batter so far in this innings. He scored 10 of 12 deliveries. But the issue here is that he's losing partners at the other end. A shuffle across the stump and nicely played. But once again, a brilliant delivery just on target. Witawat really isn't offering any kind of room. He's bringing the ball back into the right-hander. But the moment the batter thinks that he can free his arm, he's picking up edges, or he's bowling it full enough to get them on their back foot. It's really been a good start. Nicely bowled. Once again gets the leading edge of the inside part of the bat. Quick rotation of the strike brings in a single. A brilliant over from Butawat comes to an end. 6 overs completed. Myanmar is 20 with the loss of 2 wickets now. Hong Kong set will be just trying to have a word with Kunso. Really needs to spend a little bit of time. Kunso has looked very good with his flick shots, but it hasn't really been easy for the other batters. Batting with a run rate of just over 3 right now, but that's not going to be an issue if they can bat deep. And this is what the conversation must be about, that no matter what they come with, Myanmar needs to just ensure that they go about it very firmly. Brilliant delivery once again. This is much better from Wickham. Hong Kong was just trying to have a go at that one outside the off stump. Never going to be easy for him. The captaincy has also been absolutely spot on. From the very start of the innings, we've seen a slip. The initial phase, we saw 2 slips. Right now, there's one. There's a player shot mid-wicket. He's eyeing to get that shot aerial and be in a chance to catch it. This time, the ball deviates too far down the leg side. Umpire stretches to signal wide. Hong Kong will be the key man here. Is batting at a critical position, especially with his team in slight bit of bother. Kunso is still out there, but he hasn't been getting much of the strike. With Hong Kong, who came out to bat, has already faced 6 deliveries, just that single. It's not really taking his front foot towards the ball, as we can see. So excellent channel being maintained by Uchakam. He's given away 8 runs, almost picked up a wicket, but he has looked quite threatening. He's a young fast bowler. He's a nice build. He's a tall fellow. Still early on in his career. But for Thailand, it's a different kind of attack. One of the fast bowlers bringing the ball into the right-hander and the other taking it away. It's a good mix for them. Once again, a beautiful ball, which is bowled fuller. Once again, the batter doesn't really get his front foot towards the ball and is trying to go at that one, which is never safe against a bowler who's bowling outswing. Fuller delivery once again, nicely bowled. That is another lovely outswinger, pitched up, and it's always shaping away. This time it gives us a hint that it was shaping away late and completely squared up the batter. Looking like he's gonna pick up a wicket, but he hasn't really been bowling closer to the stump. That's only the one thing that he should really adjust, and maybe with that he can come back in the game. The best thing about Vichakam really has been the fact that this has been textbook outswing deliveries bowled by him. The wrist, as we can see, is firmly behind. Lovely delivery once again. It's looking like he'll pick up the outside edge of the bat any time. He delivers with a very nice seam position and just looks like it will pick up the edge. On occasions, he's also been able to draw the batter forward, but it is unfortunate for him that the batters really haven't been able to connect to his deliveries. The last ball remaining. Uchakam will fancy his chances to pick up one more. And once again, that shape away from the right-hand batter. Hong Kong will be happy that he's still out there in the middle. 7 overs completed, 21 runs, and 2 wickets. At this stage, Myanmar will not be too happy, but he'll take it, because finally Unso will be on strike. He hasn't really got much of it for quite a long time. This partnership is 2 runs of 11 deliveries, and Unso hasn't really faced any in this partnership so far. So that really tells you a story. And with that, without what will continue. So Thailand is following a set formulated strategy that has worked for everyone over the years in ODI format. The 2 fast bowlers with 2 new ball will continue. The Thailand players look really motivated, and why wouldn't they be? Because it's really been a platform set for them by the young fast bowlers. Witawat has already picked up 2 wickets. He'll fancy this wicket of Unso. Unso so far has really looked solid with his technique. Even on that occasion, you could see that he was playing with his softer hands. I think he has already got an idea that this bowler especially is trying to bring the ball back into the right-hander, and so far he's tried to play most of the deliveries with his front foot towards the ball. Definitely that is something that is to be complimented. It's been a good captaincy, like I was mentioning. There's a short mid-wicket in, especially if the batters try to just sneak in that single, which is not there to be. Excellent start for Thailand. Once again, it's turning out to be a very good over. Oh, that is a big appeal, huge appeal, and this is the big moment in the game. Without strikes, and the celebration starts once again. It's the same man with a similar kind of delivery. This time gets the best batter so far for Myanmar. And the body language really says it all. They're right on top of this innings. Especially after winning the toss, they have decided to have a bowl first, and without what it's really delivering. Just as you can see on the replay, slight roll of the fingers perhaps on this one. Huge appeal, struck the batter on the full, and he really knew it straight away, and he started to walk. Brilliant start for Thailand. We have Without to continue. Hong Kong off the strike and is joined by his partner now. It will not be easy to face Without at this stage of the inning, especially when he's right on top of his bowling mark and eyeing to get the top of that off stump again with his in-swinger. Let's see how he goes. Brilliant delivery. This is close. This should be another wicket perhaps, but not really. Umpire denying that. Bowler made a huge claim at that one. Huge appeal, as you can see. He almost thought he had another one. Perhaps just got some bat onto that, but he's looked ever so threatening here. Brilliant delivery to the new batter. This time just tries it down the ground. Quick single being attempted. What an over once again from Witawat. 8 overs completed, just the 21 runs on the board with the loss of 3 wickets now. Once again, the completion of another productive over for Thailand. And here we go. First delivery starting off. Almost looked like he was attempting to get the leg stump, but ambitious really. That's been signaled as a wide. It's been difficult outing so far for Myanmar. Thailand, after winning the toss, decided to have a bowl first, and they have definitely capitalized on the new ball. For the first time today, we have Jirapol, who's replaced Satabola. Ball is up in the air. Fielder will just watch it drop slightly short of him. For a moment, I thought there was an opportunity, but nevertheless, this has been a good start by Jirapol. The skipper thought this is an opportunity for him to come into the attack because he is himself quite formidable with his outswingers, and he has replaced Uchakam, who's looked good. His 4 overs went for just 8 runs, almost picked up a wicket, but an opportunity was dropped off his bowling. But Jirapol, the skipper, will find himself bowling at a very good stage. The platform has been set by his opening fast bowlers, and he should be able to capitalize on it because so far the 2 Myanmar batters have looked slightly tentative. Sawkaw has faced 3 deliveries. He's yet to get off the mark. And Hong Kong has scored 2 deliveries of his 12 that he has faced. That's too far on the offside. Umpire signals wide. He's also getting the shape going away from the right-hand batter. That's something that will interest him, but he should aim the top of off stump really, at least when he's starting off his delivery, because that's where he will get most purchase of this wicket. Sawkaw taking a little bit of time. He's faced 3 deliveries already. So far, Jirapol has been consistent with his outswingers. This is much better line. Absolutely a gem of an outswinger. Angled in this time and just shaped away at the very last moment. So he's definitely asking the right questions. Sawkaw will not find himself very easy to be batting out here at this stage of the innings. We were talking about it that winning the toss will definitely make sure that the captains will eventually decide to have a bowl first, and that is exactly what has happened. The winning captain of Thailand decided to have a bowl first, and so far, after he has brought himself into the attack, he has been sticking to his line outside the off stump. So far, the delivery that has worked the most has definitely been the in-swinger, targeting the top of off. A beautiful delivery, but driven to perfection this time. The first real cover drive we've seen so far in this innings. So that will give Sawkaw a little bit of confidence. And he goes off strike to bring in Hong Kong into strike today. Once again, he has been facing quite a few deliveries, but has looked quite tentative. Fuller delivery this time, plays with the full face of the bat. So a forward defense to end the over of Jirapol. This over went for just 4 runs, 9 overs completed, 25 runs with a loss of 3. But it will be very interesting to see if the captain Jirapol goes in with his fast bowler Witawat, because his 4 overs went for just 13 runs, picked up 3 wickets. So all the 3 wickets were picked up by that fast bowler. Stuck with his plan, that is bowling in swinger to the right-handers. Beautiful delivery, but umpire signals a no ball. Really, that is a crime. You've been bowling so well. Why do you want to do that? Hong Kong has really been struggling out here, and that should allow him an opportunity to free his arm. Let's see if he is able to capitalize that. A heave through the leg side, opportunity at the bowler's end, and what have you done? Just when you were just trying to set in a run out of a no ball. What a celebration. That is one for the photographers, definitely. And what a spirited cricketer this man is. Look at that one. A heave through the leg side, straight to the fielder. I think he could have denied that straight away, but slight bit of hesitation between the two batters and eventually leads to the demise. Doesn't matter how they come, as long as they keep coming, Witawat will be happy and is definitely celebrating. Now the new batter walks in. He'll be facing Witawat first up. Lovely delivery once again. That ball once again swings in late, and it just came back and hit the bat at a particular angle. And this is definitely a warning sign for the new batter who's come out to bat. Wickets are really tumbling for Myanmar like dominoes, and this is really not what they would have wanted. Thailand, on the other hand, will be very happy with their outing so far. After winning the toss, this is exactly what they would have hoped for. Oh, once again, another no ball. He's done that far too often. I believe the umpires might just have a word with the skipper. There's been multiple occasions when the ball has just slipped out of his hand. Just ask him to be slightly watchful. The previous no ball, we've seen a run out, and the batters are having a word out here in the middle, perhaps maybe discussing exactly that. Hong Kong will be on strike against Witawat, this time on a free hit. Let's see how he goes. Walks across the stump, umpire signals a no ball. I think the idea was right, just to be away from the hitting zone of the batter, but this time he just bowls it a little bit too far on the offside. Good thinking, but the free hit will continue. This time on the length, driven over the top of cover. There's protection in the deep. Will be only a single. 3 more deliveries remaining in this over. We've seen Witawat to be slightly making errors with his length control. He's been guilty of bowling a few full tosses, but we know that he can make a comeback. We've already seen him pick up 3 wickets. And that's it. That is exactly what I was talking about. Fantastic delivery, straight up on the stump, and picks up another wicket. This time Hong Kong has to depart, and let's see if he celebrates one more time, because isn't it absolutely sensational to watch a young man celebrate like that? Just have a look at that replay. Exactly what this bowling side has been doing so far in this innings. Full and straight, swinging back in, and gets rid of his man. Definitely full credit to the bowling side. They stuck to the line, kept the pressure on, and the batters are definitely crumbling under it. New batter John Paul walks out to the middle, and it will not be easy to face in without. Can he pick up his fifer? It will definitely be a milestone that we'll remember for the ages, and he's really on the verge of picking that up, and maybe he can just pick it in the next couple of deliveries. So I believe there's a bowling change coming up really soon. He wouldn't want to be replaced, but the captain will be thoughtful of his stamina as well. Still early on in his career, can be excited and forget the limitations that the physical body of a human being can have. That's well bowled. John Paul is happy to just watch it. Batter at the non-striker's end signals that the ball is tailing in. So that's good to see that he's trying to help the new batter. Good thing about this Thailand bowling so far has been they really hasn't tried anything fancy, just smart and disciplined bowling in the corridor, and it's paying out beautifully for them. Oh, look at that shape. Once again, an absolutely brilliant delivery to end the over from Witawat. His 5 overs, he's given away just the 19 runs and picked up 4 wickets. That's the end of the power play. 10 overs completed, 31 runs, and half of the side of Myanmar is back at the hut. They'll definitely be very disappointed with the outing so far, but all is not over yet. They can still stitch a partnership here and then maybe bat deep. Eventually hope to put a very good score on the board. And we continue. Brilliant delivery. This will be an appeal by the bowler, but we know that the ball is shaping away from the right-hander. And umpire, we're waiting for the signal. For a moment, I thought that might be leg byes. It's not the case. So Hong Kong is still out there. 5 of 16 is joined by John Paul. Is yet to open his account. He's faced a couple of deliveries already. And we have the skipper, Jirapul, to continue. Brilliant delivery once again. The batters really give us a hint that they're slightly late on the bat. The ball just gives us an idea that it's just about to leave the batter and they're trying to bring the bat down. They really need to get the timing right. Once again, Jirapul can get an idea from what Witawat did so far. He was bowling full and he was attacking the stump and he's been rewarded. Let's see how he goes. Nicely bowled once again. Good shape away from the right-hand batter. Now the dot ball. This is really the right time for John Paul to be out there in the middle. He really needs to dig it in deep, forget the run rate. They just need to bat time and rebuild. Let's see how they go about it. Oh, just getting the bat away from the channel of the ball at the very last moment. Survives, but is leaving dangerously here. We often say about fireworks in the modern game of cricket, but at 5 down, this is not really the ideal situation. It's about grit, it's definitely about application, and let's see if they bat deep enough, bat through the 50 overs. I think that should be what the target, the primary target should be about batting through the 50 overs, but that looks like a very distant dream in the way that these Thailand bowlers are bowling. Jirapul also has looked absolutely fantastic with the new ball. Slightly older now, definitely. That 10 overs have passed. Almost about to end his over. A good delivery, shaping away once again, tantalizingly close to the edge of the batter, but eventually finishes with a dot. His 2 overs have been completed. He's given away just 5 runs at the completion of 11 overs. Myanmar is 32 with a loss of 5. Ijaz, how do you think this innings is turning out to be for Thailand? Exceptional with the ball so far. Looks like the captain is persisting with him.
But looking on to the batting, I think so that not a single team in the world will love to watch that wicket column of 5 wickets, what they have lost here. But you know that Asian Cricket Council, they are providing this platform to the teams for such kind of activities. Oh, that was a good quick delivery. Came back, but the batter has no answer. You know that the teams like Myanmar, the Thailand, they've been given an opportunity to depict their skills, to improve their cricket. And Asian Cricket Council is all the time looking to improve cricket in such region. And I think so that they will surely learn with the passage of time that how to cope up with a situation when your team is in trouble. So it's a good platform.
Yes, definitely. I'll agree with what you said. And especially they're starting in very young. It's not that we're talking about under 19s, it's under 16s. Let me remind you, it's very young, both these sides, and they are not even nations that play the longer format regularly. So it's really been something that we must compliment ACC for.
Yes, exactly. You have to give credit to the Asian Cricket Council, because if we talk about this Myanmar cricket team, they are not that old enough, because the Burma was a province of British India when they started their cricket. And it was like in 1926-27, way back, they started their cricket at Rangoon. Gymkhana cricket team was a popular side at that time. So I think with the passage of time, the cricket will be improved in Myanmar, and there will be some more better cricketers will come up with the passage of time. So I remember that there was also some Myanmar Cricket Federation received a visit from ICC in 2004 somewhere. And there you see the finger goes up. They were all happy. This is beautiful time for these Thailand young cricketers. They've been admired and they've been rewarded for their efforts, what they have done in this game today. The 6th wicket has gone down in this shape. You are just going a little bit in front of this picture, trying to drive, edged away, and the wicketkeeper was all jubilant along with the bowler, and umpire has the final say.
Oh yes, what a spell. A 5-wicket haul at this level is definitely not a small feat. And this young man today has been absolutely phenomenal. What a spell of new ball, and now he comes back with a slightly under one, but sticks to his plan, still the same in-swinger, and the batter commits the mistake and he strikes. Well-deserved 5 for a young man. Absolutely earned it.
Yes, exactly. I agree with your point, because it's his duty that being a bowler, being a batter, if you score like a century in a game, your duty has been done. A match-winning inning should be there. And this seems to me like a match-winning bowling from Witawet, the way that he has bowled 6 overs, 19 runs, and got 5 wickets. So such kind of activities like efforts, I must say that from the bowlers, that indicate that they've got the talent. And I think so that batters, they are unable to get his in-swing, which has been pitching and hitting on the stumps, that if you keep your front foot up, don't allow the gap between bat and pad, that will surely help you to play against him.
Yes, Ijaz, and one more point I would like to make is if you see the scoreboard, if you look at the batting card especially, there is only one batter who's gone on to the double figures today. That's Onso. He scored 10 runs, and other than that, everyone here, they spent a little bit of time at the crease, but unfortunately, they had to fall short whenever Witawat came back into the attack. And it was all because of that in-swinger attacking the stump. So would you say that the defending shots that the batter should have played early on was missing? And just when I say that, one more wicket falls. It's the same thing, attacking the stump, the ball travels straight through the gate, and one more wicket.
Well, one after one, they are departing. These are like the drops of rain. Sometimes in a live cricket, you're thinking that maybe I'm watching a highlight. The one wicket after one that has been tumbling, and the batters, they are coming and going out. But this is beautiful bowling. Right arm comes up, flighted delivery, and look at the defense. There is nothing to defend here. Between the gap was there between bat and pad, and the bowler has got away from that, and he is striking here in another wicket. It's 7 down at 32.
Yeah, on the replay, we could see massive gap between bat and ball, and definitely the flaw in the technique has been rightfully exploited by Thailand so far. And what a nice picture you set in when you mentioned that the wickets are falling like raindrops. Absolutely picturesque.
But I think that being a cricketer, maybe that analyst, we don't like to explain such kind of activity, that wickets are being falling, because this is cricket. You need to go for the 50 overs. You have been selected, the top notch, like from Myanmar. These are the best playing 11 side. So they should make an impact here, that we are the best team.
And once again, what a delivery. For a moment, I thought he's picked up another one. As you can see that he's attacking the stump with his off spinners. But once again, the batters look very tentative now. With just 32 runs on the board and 7 wickets down, how far do you think this innings can progress from here on?
You remember, you asked me a question in the second over, that how much target would have been there on the surface. So this is exactly the time. I thought maybe in 30th over, we will be explaining this time down the track. He has just been making, he has dropped a deep mid wicket. Would have been a good catch. Simple one into the throat. But the teams can make mistake like this. This is so easy.
Yeah, the catching really hasn't been up to the mark for Thailand. That's really the one aspect of cricket they must improve on. We've seen some fantastic bowling, but this is the second instant when a very easy looking catch has been put down. That's quite optimistic by the new batter. He's just come out to bat, faced in just the one delivery before this shot, and he attempts to play that on the leg side. Very confident, I must say, but he got to be very careful. The side is 7 down.
Yes, you're right. Because sometimes we have been thinking that the things are going in bowler's way, maybe sometime in towards batter's way. But I think so that things like this will surely happen, because I think that it's only the extras today. And if we look on to the card, or batting card, there may be only extras that who are leading the chart for this game.
Yes, and we haven't really seen any boundaries to come by. We have only seen two, that two of the very first batter, that is Unso. He's picked up a couple of boundaries, which contributed to his 10 runs. And since then, no other batter has even scored a single boundary. That really says the story of this Thailand bowling attack. They've been absolutely clinical and looks like they're dissecting this batting lineup to absolute perfection.
Yes, you're right. But you have to keep one thing in mind that was played towards onside. Slight bit of misfield. This is where I was about to explain that the catching and the field placement and fielding, I must say, they've got some lackings. The Thailand cricket team, the catching was not good enough, and there was some misfield as well. So sometimes that these kind of mistakes may be hidden. Courtesy the good bowling of one bowler, Witawet, who has been leading here so far. So they need to come.
This time on the leg side, just nicely played. So the left arm spinner is not really allowed to settle in. It was the off spinner and the right arm bowler at the start of this innings who have really done a good job. But it looks like they're having a go at the left arm spinner really. Let's see how they go about it. And we have the right arm off spinner to continue. Not really trying anything too fancy. Let's play it down the ground and will be an easy single. But I think the Thailand bowlers will really fancy their chances and they should be attacking these two batters. It's not been easy for them. They can afford to consider a little bit of boundaries here and there and attack by bringing in the fielders. Let's see how they go about it. Nicely on the leg side. Not really getting the connection they would have wanted. Another single. Jasada has actually bowled quite well. He should not be going under the radar. The fast bowlers really have set on a platform for him to and get the result they wanted. Sila has really just come out to bat. He's already picked up a maximum and a boundary. So he's been doing a good job now. They want him to carry on. Let's see how they go about it now. It will not be easy against this Thailand bowling, but not much batting to come really. One problem for Thailand has been they've given away a few extras, 14 extras so far. That's plenty to a batting side in 50 overs. Beautifully bowled, so he's showing respect. He's only now the second batter after Kunso to score double digits. An expensive over comes to an end for Jet Sada. absolutely brilliant.
That has been played towards covers. Well, I think so that here at this stage, that when number 8 and 9 batters they are batting, you may expect another 30, 40, maybe sometimes when a pitch is going so easy that the batters can go and can make bit of a small partnership. 50 up here in 17th over for Myanmar.
Once again, trying to be slightly unconventional with the approach, especially against the spinners. But well, I must say, this is looking like it's a turnaround for the batters, because they look like they're all up at the sea against the new ball. But now, against the spin, they look like they're much more comfortable and reassured, and they're really backing themselves for some big shots.
Yes, you're right. They're playing spin well. Earlier on, that pace and medium pace was not that easy way for them. They were not comfortable against pace. I must say, like medium pace, that's a wide delivery towards offside. But against spin, I think so. They are doing a good job. Like Sai is on 13 and Poichit is on 3. So these two batters, they need to stick there in the centre. This has been played down the mid on. And have a look on to the way. It's gone for 6. Mighty blow. Well, that is the requirement of time to get a bit of the acceleration in the run rate.
He's flexing the muscles really at this point, isn't he? And right after he played the shot, he was eyeing the follow through of that ball and really gives an impression of confidence. Against Jet Sada, he's actually looked very, very good. It's the right arm off spinner bowling to the right hander, so there's always that chance of clearing mid off and deep mid wicket. And so far, we've seen him execute exactly that. Let's see how they go about it from here on now.
A good partnership. I think so that this is easy phase for these two batters to go through, bat there in the centre and make something out of this track, because I think so here the bowling is slightly more easy.
Yeah, this is turning out to be the best partnership of this innings. They've already put up 25 runs off exactly 25 deliveries. So it's not just the runs, they're coming at a quick rate as well, and shows the domination that Sai La has put from the start of this innings for him.
Partnerships are always the key in any sort of cricket format. But I think so that this is only about the confidence, that how much domestic cricket the teams, the players, they have played back at home. And I think so here already talked about Myanmar cricket, that they're pretty young at this stage of the cricket level. And see that the fielders, they are taking their time to settle down on their spots.
Oh, an opportunity there, I feel. If the keeper would have taken that cleanly, might have just given a chance. But just as we were speaking of body language, I think they should really not just ease themselves into it, because they really have a good platform. They've picked up 7 wickets, and now the body language really should be to clear the tail and not just take a breather. And one more thing I would just like to bring on, especially, is that how do you feel about bringing back Witawat into the attack? Because he's really been the man who's picked up the wickets. He's picked up 5 already, let me remind you. And I think this should be a good time to bring him back.
Yes, you're right. It was in my mind to talk about this point, that here at this stage, don't let these batters to settle down. Bring him back. Maybe that another 3, and he will be getting 8 wickets in this game today.
And exactly what we said, exactly what has happened. I believe Witawat just brought back into the attack, and he strikes up the very first delivery and picks up the very dangerous Sila. What a start and what a dream run this man is having.
Excellent. This is a beautiful ball. just been coming and making a full use of his arm. Look at that. Just going to play across and hitting in the middle stump. Top class bowling, I must say. And they have just lost 8th wicket. And it's all about getting 2 more deliveries. If they can go and can get 2 wickets.
We've already complimented this bowling effort as an absolutely phenomenal one. But if he manages to pick up those 2 wickets, I believe I wouldn't have the words to describe the performance that he has put up today. After winning the toss, the captain trusted him with the new ball, and he has absolutely delivered.
Yes, exactly. He has delivered it today. The 6th wicket, just in 19 runs. And let's see that if he will be cleaning the things up quite early. And if they will be in a position to get the Myanmar team out under 60, maybe 70, that will be a huge sort of confidence coming into the Thailand side, that if you can get 10 wickets of opponent side in under 20 overs, I think so that that would have been a great thing. There was a no ball, and I think so that umpire has just been waving his hand there, some sort of free hit. So the batter has come back, and that was a no ball.
Was it? Because I'm a bit confused at this stage. Because I think he was just taking guard here. We will wait to see the official call.
But to me, it was a no ball, and the batter has came back into the playing zone again because he hadn't crossed that fence or playing area. That's why the umpire, he was just signaling as a free hit a while ago.
Yes, quite unfortunate then for the bowler. He's done that on multiple occasions today. That's really something he'll definitely want to improve on. And is that a wicket? So not really much kind of damage by the batter. He's picked him up just in a space of a couple of deliveries. So once again, it's the same result, just delaying the inevitable. Looks like that's the ploy of Myanmar here.
Well, you can't do much better if the luck is favoring you. And on the very next delivery, almost in next 30 seconds, or just throw your wicket away like this, playing at backward point, and the fielder was appointed there, and he has got the catch. Beautiful. This is excellent bowling, superb fielding, and excellent captaincy as well, because he knew that the ball will be towards offside. He had been given a plan without it, and he acted upon the advice of the captain. Now he has been rewarded with a 6th wicket.
This is where we really talk about experience, Izaz, because normally when you see a batter getting a chance, he likes to capitalize, but these youngsters really trying to go at everything. It's never easy for the tailenders to come in and bat against prime bowlers who are especially having a good day, and looks like try to do exactly that. In spite of that chance that he got, could not really capitalize. Now, once again, we have Witawat an opportunity to clear the tail. Let's see how he goes about it.
I think a couple of good deliveries in the middle stump from Witawat, and he will be wrapping the things up quite under 20 overs. And that will be a huge blow to the opponent side, Myanmar. The way they started this inning was not good enough. And I think so that Thailand hasn't blinked so far.
Yeah, and compliment to the skipper, Chirapol, definitely, because he saw the opportunity, he saw the thriving partnership between the two batters out there in the middle, and then he decided to bring back his ace of spade today, if I can say that, Witawat, and he comes back and delivers exactly what was required. So brilliant captaincy, and excellent exhibition of fast bowling.
Yes, he managed his liner length and sometime the reverse swing, the in-dippers today. Excellent bowling. And I think so that the economy has been perfect enough for a medium pace.
Yeah, he's not really giving the tail-enders the breathing room really to free their arms. He's attacking the stump, and especially with the in-swing, little bit of mistake, a slight bit of hesitation will always allow Witawat to get his wicket. So this is exactly what he was trying. 18 overs now completed. The score on the board is 60, but the worrying sign for Myanmar is that they've lost 8 wickets. Looks like the skipper is trusting spin from one end and continuing with seam from the other. It'll be interesting to see because Jetsada had picked up a wicket, but he was taken to the cleaners by Sila. But Sila's wicket has already fallen, so I believe the skipper could have stuck with Jetsada because he's the right arm spinner, bringing the ball into the right hander. And so far, we've seen that the batters are not really comfortable with that kind of a line, so maybe missing out on a ploy.
Yes, and he's keeping one slip there for any kind of flighted delivery. Let's see that if he can toss the ball up there. As he's tossing the ball, and I think so that by restricting the batter here at this stage, because you have already got 8 wickets, you have the luxury of getting the fielders in a nearby catching positions. So more fielders should be there in the center in 30 yards to put pressure.
Yes, definitely, because there's no point of having a long on and a deep mid wicket right now because you're bowling to the tail, and more often there's an opportunity for a miss hit, and that will go in the air, and the fielder inside the circle really has more of a chance to pick up that wicket. That being said, especially to the left arm spinner against a right hander, I'm just waiting for that arm ball.
Yes, you're right, because sometimes going through the air quickly may be rewarding your wicket. But here, we hadn't seen the spin even in the previous game yesterday. There was no spin available in the surface, so I think to go through the air quickly will be a good option here, wicket to wicket.
Yeah, slightly shorter pitch delivery. There's one more delivery remaining in this over. He'll be wanting to finish with a number in his wicket column. But so far, the story has been that of the fast bowlers, especially that man, Witawat. I believe he'll come back for his next over. Oh, that's another tantalizingly close delivery. Almost look like he will pick up the outside edge. There's a slip in play. So the captain is interested in that outside edge. Once again, another economical over comes to an end. Let's see who the captain brings up. Yes, as we thought, it's the right arm seamer without to continue. It's 2 more wickets in his, and that's once again disappointing. Just when I thought that this is a good decision, he's bowled multiple full tosses, and that too over the head of the batter. The umpire probably should have a word with the skipper. He's having a word with the batter. It seems to be okay. Has missed everything really, and this is signaled a free hit. So another opportunity for Chit. Let's see how he goes about the free hit. Once again, not really getting a hold of that. An opportunity at the bowler's end. Eventually completes that one with ease. Another single. But Witawat will not be too happy with that because he's bowled no balls on multiple occasions. That will be the only factor in his bowling he'll want to improve on. He's bowled 5 no balls already. Will that be another one? No, that's a legal delivery. So once again, a full toss and lack of control. He's perhaps trying to go for that Yorker, not really able to do that. As I was saying, he's bowled 5 no balls and 2 wides already. So that's been the only sector that he must improve on, given what he has done today. This is much better from him, attacking the stump. We were mentioning that the skipper can just try to bring in a couple of fielders and make it a little bit more difficult to get the singles. Without's economy today is 3.27 at this stage. Is 7 overs and 3 deliveries. Has gone for 24 runs. Has picked up 6 wickets. He's eyeing that one. Once again trying to get that Yorker. It's giving an impression that he's lost a bit of pace now. It's not easy. It's a very warm day here. So you can feel drained, but you got to be pumped up, young man. Pick up another wicket for your side. Looks like a slower ball this time. So one more legal delivery remaining in this over. Warner Mint is on strike, 2 of 12. Last ball of this over. Beautifully bowled and equally well played. That's the end. 20 overs completed, 64 runs with a loss of 8 wickets for Myanmar. And Thailand is well and truly in a very good seat. Let's see how they go about the rest of the innings. The skipper Jirapol will be eyeing to finish the tail as quick as possible, but Myanmar will be eyeing to stitch a good partnership and bat deep. The left-arm spinner Fatumakan to continue. His 3 overs went for just 6 runs, but he hasn't really picked up a wicket. And the batters really have looked like they're finding it easier to play against him, even though he's been economical. But the idea here for Chirapul will be for this left-arm spinner to pick up at least 1 wicket here. Flighted delivery plays down the ground quite nicely. Good effort in the deep. Excellent running in between the wickets to get a couple of runs. These are certain aspects where Thailand will want to improve on. The outfielding hasn't really been quite up to the mark. You can see signs of exhaust on the Thailand bowlers. We were speaking about it. It's not going to be too easy for them. This is a very warm outing. The sun is shining quite brightly out there. They will feel drained, but this is what temperament is all about. This is how they develop their mental strength to just push their instincts and be in the game throughout. Good shot attempted, doesn't get the gap. Another dot. Flighted delivery this time. Plays with the full face of the bat. This man is showing good signs here. He's showing his defensive technique against the left-arm spinner. He has survived. Just 2 more deliveries remaining. Oh, that's it. And look at that celebration. Why not? He's done his job. He's piling in those dot deliveries, and Fortune eventually has to depart. Scored 8 runs. He was looking good and just attempts that wild shot on the leg side and perhaps gets it an inside edge onto the stump, and that's his demise. Look at that celebration. The celebration of this Thailand side has been absolutely spectacular to watch from here on. And Myanmar, who were looking good, is once again finding themselves in a spot of bother. The last wicket remaining, 66 runs on the board. They've played only 20 overs, and looks like it will be what exactly the Thailand skipper wanted. 1 more wicket, and they'll have a very low score in their mind to chase. Let's see if the spinner can complete the job. So last ball of this over. Flighted delivery, almost beating the bat. Eventually well played. Arkar stays on to fight for another day. 21 overs completed, 66 runs with a loss of 9. That was beautiful left-arm bowling by the talented young left-arm spinner. It was absolutely classic left-arm spin. He was flighting the ball throughout the over, eventually got one to dip, and the batter just fell for that, got an inside edge onto the stump, eventually lost his wicket in the process, and will have a change in the bowling. Looks like an off spinner will continue to Bone Mint. He's faced 13 deliveries for his 2 runs. A slight bit of a delay due to the jersey number of the bowler. Perhaps a slight bit of a trouble with the scorers. Should be resolved quite quickly. This is the last wicket in the game. The story so far definitely has been that of the young fast bowler of Thailand with our 8 overs, 2 maidens, just the 24 runs and 6 wickets for that man. The only thing that he will take away from today's game are the no balls that he bowled. He bowled 5 of them with a couple of wides. So it's the extras that he'll want to improve on. Other than that, there was spectacular spin bowling as well. Jetsada 3 overs for 20 runs. He spoiled with that 1 over for a 6 and a 4, which ruined his figures. Otherwise, he bowled well. And the left-arm spinner definitely Fatu Makan, 4 overs, 8 runs, and that 1 wicket he picked up in the previous over. It's a good team effort by the Thailand bowlers so far. And Arkar is now on strike. So just that 1 wicket remaining in this batting lineup. And after that, Thailand will really fancy their chances in this game today. Wide of the off stump this time from the leg spinner. But so far no damage done. Looks like a part-timer. Ijaz, how do you think bringing in a part-timer at this stage?
Well, sometimes captains, they have got a luxury that they've been keeping some all-rounders, maybe a part-timers, just to test that they have already got 9 wickets. So I think so. It's a better time to get a new, maybe a new face in to test that how he's been pitching the ball. But I think so that in tough circumstances, the captains, they are not bringing their part-timers. Somehow, at different stages, they may be breaking the partnerships. So let's see that this time that if we've been looking at Panuit, who is bowling with a good pace. He's running well. He's pitching the ball in a good areas, and I think so that if he can go like middle stump, maybe off stump, he may be rewarded with a wicket. The batters so far, what they have done.
Yes, and the batters are happy to just defend those, especially those that are attacking the stump. But so far, I've observed that this Thailand bowling has quite a diverse bowling attack. They have quality seamers who are different in their own way. A couple of them moving the ball away from the right-hander, the other bringing them in. And the skipper himself is a good medium fast bowler. And he has an off spinner, a left arm spinner, and now we are seeing a leg spinner into the attack as well. So quite diverse.
Yes, and taking 9 wickets. Though that in any sort of cricket game, T10, T20, the one-day matches, the test games, if you are getting 10 wickets, your bowlers are really top class, and that adds some confidence because you have got 10 wickets of the opponent side. Quick run. Chance was there, but throw was not accurate enough. Saved himself by sliding like a Superman dive.
Yeah, and the keeper was unable to gather that one. I believe there could have been a better effort, but nevertheless, the batter survived.
One good delivery, and they will be wrapping the things up here. If they can get one more wicket under 70, they can come and chase it down quite early because sometimes the run rate improves. That if you chase down 70 runs in 10 overs, that may impact on net run rate. So let's see that how much more that Thailand will have to wait here to wrap the things up because the body language, look at that. That Batam has been running quite quickly on his mark, which indicates that he wants to finish this up quite quickly.
Yes, the body language is definitely positive. After the completion of the delivery in his follow through, is going towards the keeper, collecting the ball and coming back to bowl his deliveries. And look at that one, beautiful delivery, and it's given. That's the end of the innings for Myanmar. They've been put back to the pavilion by scoring just 68 runs. They've lost all their wickets, and it is that man, Fatu Makan, who's picked up his second just when he was about to finish his over. And just at the end of 23 overs, Myanmar have lost all their wickets.
Yes, excellent bowling display, I must say, here from Thailand cricket team. They have done an excellent job here, but Myanmar, they've been struggling since the first ball. And overall, it's really a good effort. The Thailand cricket team, they started well. Before that, the skipper won the toss and he made a right decision to elect to bowl first. And I think so that bowlers supported, they replied and responded well against the decision of the captain that they've been put on. And look at the card. There are only two batters, like 19 and 10. That Konsui Pen, the wicketkeeper, who scored 10 runs. And then at the bottom line, Sahi Hala, who scored 19 runs. And rest of the batters, they couldn't go into the double figures, which has been a misery here for any sort of team. The 2.96, that is the run rate what has been done here in this game today in 23 overs. And the extras, these are 17. So you've got only three double figures. So it's overall effort by Myanmar under 16 cricket team in this ACC men's under 16 East Cup, 68 for 10. And this is the bowling analysis, 6 wickets. And Abrad, you will love to explain that what Vitavat has done here.
Yes, absolutely sensational bowling from Butawat. From the start of the bowling innings, he looked threatening. He stuck with his plan. He was just eyeing to get the top of off every time he ran in. And 8 overs, 2 maidens, 24 runs, and 6 wicket really summarized the story that it was one bowler really taking charge and demolishing a batting lineup. But he was well supported, nevertheless, by Fatumakan. His 5 overs, 2 wickets, given away just 9 runs, and also well supported by Jetsada, who picked up that 1 wicket. So eventually a comprehensive bowling effort from Thailand, especially after winning the toss. The captain Jirapol will be absolutely delighted with that performance. So stay tuned with us for the chase. We'll be back with live action.
That delivery was towards offside. So the chase is on. So let's see that how this Thailand cricket team will be chasing at 69 runs to win here. They must go some aggressive start. That was through the offside pointed backward point. Yeah, looking backward to that one down the hill, nearby to the boundary line. Yes, earlier today, Thailand skipper has won the toss and he elected to bowl first, and his decision has made them happy, the happier side, I must say. Of the bowler, Saila, who have just been running in quite fast. Two runs in the first over, so they can have a start like 3 or 4 runs per over. Good delivery. That should be the target, the stumping line. So with the first over, 2 runs without loss. Yes, Abrar will be joining me in the sitting when the chase is there. Now 69. I think so that 69 should not be a huge task for the Thailand cricket team, Abrar. Two runs on the card, first over. 69 years already spoken. That shouldn't be a huge task. But Myanmar cricket team, they will have to get some early blood. Good delivery, Auckland delivery. And it's always good to have such kind of deliveries when you've got low target, nothing on the card to depend on. So you need to stick with the basic plans. Still taken off. Or maybe there's like fielders. There's a belly position and a slip. Well, this surface has lots of things for the batters, but I think so that bowlers here will have to make something extraordinary effort to get early wickets. The sun is out, it's not a bit of humid, not much air blowing here. The good delivery, but evenly battered shot. This is running down the hill towards long gone. And there you see some of the fielding efforts, but went in vain. The boundary should be there on the card. Wait and see what umpire will signal, but I think so that he has saved a boundary there. Though that umpire is still watching. Now it's a boundary because that ball has crossed the fence while making an effort to stop that inside the playing zone, but couldn't do so. So it's a good healthy start here for Thailand.
Yeah, definitely good effort with that shot. The bowler is eyeing to be on that stump line, but whenever an opportunity presents itself, it must be put away. In spite of that good effort in the field, that was a good shot. It was an excellent bowling show from Thailand after winning the toss. I think that should be the plan, to get wickets early on so that they can crawl right back into this game, because 69 runs is really a modest total that Thailand can really fancy their chances. They should be just eyeing to chase this total as quickly as possible, I believe.
But looking on the surface, Abrar, I think so that 69 sometimes not been fair enough. But let's see. It's a cricket. Every time it's a by chance game. 2 overs gone, 8 for naught.
Yes, absolutely. You're spot on to say that, because we can't really take anything for granted in this game, because Myanmar looks like they are coming out to fight and get a game out of this score. Thailand, on the other hand, will look to do the job with focus and composure. And with the openers still out there, it will be very interesting to see how this chase unfolds.
Well, to me, it's our power play score. Like in 10 overs, you can easily score like 50, 60 odd runs on the surface. If you have got a batter, top order, and a one down batter, you can easily go through like 10 overs, 60 plus on the surface, because this is really a good batting track.
Yes, absolutely in full agreement with you. I think the Myanmar bowling started with the right mindset. The ball was handed to Sila. The ball was handed to, showed some intent. He scored 19 runs. And when Myanmar came out to bowl, he was handed the first over. So that's really a kind of a positive intent, because if someone is having a good day with the bat, they usually translate it with the ball as well.
And somehow there may be a touch sort of inter factor in the batter's mind, because we did see
So far, he's definitely bowled well. You can look at his run up. He looks to be in very good rhythm. He's very well built for a 16-year-old fast bowler. He's very athletic, and his action is very repeatable. That's one word we use for fast bowlers, because they can be injury prone. So the way he's bowling is attacking the stump. He's trying to get that ball swinging away from the right hander with two slips in play. So it's a good tactic, but he needs to be more consistent with line and length.
yeah, that should be the key here for the pace bowler. Accuracy. That is the need of time, because under sun, when you're bowling such kind of extra runs, extra deliveries, at the end of the day, like 20, 30 extra deliveries and extra runs, which indicates that you have bowled 4 or 5 extra overs.
Yes, definitely. And Thailand is off to a quiet but a steady start. At the moment, they're 10 without loss in 2.3 overs. But most importantly, in comparison with the previous innings, there is no fall of wicket. The captain is out there in the middle. He scored 4 of 6 already. And this is exactly the kind of situation where leadership comes into play, because he can really nerves around here. There's no need to rush. They can watch out a few of those good deliveries, just like he did on that occasion, and then eventually build a solid base and chase this total quite comfortably.
Yes, it happens, because you have got the luxury of 69 runs. You have to chase it down. So if you've been making a couple of dot deliveries in every over, I think so that has been quite bearable for the batting line.
Thien Min to continue. Starts off with a wide. Both openers are taking their time. That's what we were saying before. And it's exactly the kind of approach that the situation demands. The captain is 4 of 8 deliveries, and his partner is 3 of 10. So no fireworks yet, but no risks either. And that's really the point I'm trying to make, that this is the kind of approach that these young sides can really take at the start of their innings to just build a foundation that is solid enough to set them a base. From there they can eventually launch on.
Yes, their bowlers, they have already done a good job. The Thailand cricket team bowlers, they have got wicket one after one. And what a spell today. Excellent bowling.
One more thing to point out at this stage is that the difference in the technique of the two starting batters of these two sides has been the footwork, really. We saw Myanmar, when they came out to bat, the front foot was not really traveling to the pitch of the ball, but on this occasion, more often than not, we've seen the batters move with more freedom and move with more confidence, definitely, towards the pitch of the ball, and eventually connecting them much better.
This has been so easy. There is no pressure on the batting because already, as spoken earlier, the bowlers, they have done a good job. 14 runs already, 3.4 overs. So I think so that no worried sign here for Thailand cricket team. Just been getting away towards offside, bounce shot to the fielder. Half-hearted stroke, I must say. We're just trying to go towards offside. 15 runs already, no wickets. Cricket was introduced in Thailand by the children of elite Thai families who learned it from their education at England. So after that, cricket has been promoted. Good bowling right up. So it's a dot delivery to finish 4 gone, 15 for naught.
Once again, deviating too far on the offside. That's been given as a wide. So Tien Min is trying. Once again, deviating too far on the offside. That's been given as a wide. So Tien Min is trying a bit too hard for my liking. His 2 overs already gone for 10 runs. Not really been threatening enough. And Sila is continuing from where he left off. His 2 overs have gone for 6 runs. Starts this one with a wide, but he has 2 slips. So he's trying to get that outswing going, and he's trying to bring those slip fielders in play. It's a lovely action, and that's much better when he's trying to bowl on the offside, just on the off stump line.
In the centre, because world is watching you, the captain, the coaches, back at home. So your efforts have been displayed here on the monitor. So I think so. That Myanmar, they shouldn't think that it's a low target. They should think that we can win this game still. And with that keeping in mind, they should make the efforts. The bowlers should strike earlier, not to allow the batters to settle down.
And that's well bowled. Huge appeal there, but there was clear daylight between bat and ball, and umpire denies that appeal. But nevertheless, fantastic delivery from the young fast bowler. But let's not forget the man who set this up, Witawat, who we can't stop discussing. His 6 wickets for 24 runs really set it up. But this is one ploy that has been missing. So far, we've seen Myanmar trying to take the ball away from the right-hander. And while I say that, that's a fantastic shot all along the carpet, well controlled, and the skipper delivers with a fascinating boundary.
It's slightly getting away from the body, and I think so. It's a low full toss. He tried to deliver a Yorkland delivery, but getting off target, getting away from the off stump. And the rest of the thing has done by the timing of Chirapul, who had just been trying to drive it through the back foot point. Excellent batting, keeping the ball low on the ground, quickly approaching to 21 without loss.
Yeah, and as we were saying that Widawat in the previous innings, we saw him bringing the ball into the right-hander and asking the questions about defensive technique of the Myanmar batters. But so far, Myanmar hasn't brought anything back into the right-hander. They've been happy to
Right-hander. Good thinking, but it's a dot delivery. Ball a little bit away from the right-hander. Good thinking, but it's a dot delivery. To finish the fifth over, it's 22 for naught.
Yes, they have quickly moved on to 22. Really, the runs seemingly are flowing under the radar. They haven't really looked too extravagant about the way they're getting this. They're looking confident, but this is where I'm bringing the point that being a multi-dimensional fast bowler is really something that has benefited this Thailand bowling attack. A couple of them bowling those away swingers quite with good control. On the other hand, one of the other fast bowlers bringing that in. This is something that I see is missing in this young Myanmar bowling attack, because you need to be able to swing the ball both ways and also change the line and length whenever required. And right now, this is exactly what is missing in this fast bowlers.
It may take a little time because they are stepping up. The curve should go upwards because here at this stage, like 16 years of age, to me, like these players, they required coaches up to under 19 as well. But I think so that the teams normally having coaches in the national sides, they can only give a plan because you can't batter a technique of a batter or a bowler. Good delivery when he's at national level, like 25 to 30 years of age. At that time, you can't be making lots of changes in the techniques of the players, even a bowler and a batter. But this is the age when you may improve the techniques.
Yes, absolutely spot on there, Ijaz, with that anecdote, that this is really the age where they must learn how to be multi-dimensional, because once they start,
Bangladesh and even Nepal. And Nepal has got good talented cricketers, and they are also the part of this cricket event here at the ACC Men's Under 16 East Zone Cup, Malaysia. So we will be expecting the good contest, better games from these upcoming sides.
that one clipped slightly lower than the batter anticipated. Eventually, a good ball. So Fortune has done a good job so far. He's not given away any kind of runs. He's varied his line and length a bit. But Jirapol is still out there. He scored 10 of 20 runs and is looking good out there.
Slight bit of a way towards offside, but unable to get the gap. 6 done, 22 without loss.
Yes, Thailand looking in full control here. They're looking calm, composed, and doing exactly what is needed. They haven't looked too extravagant. They're playing some smart cricket here.
Yes, they should play this smart cricket because they have set a good tone in this game today by getting the opponent side in 69 runs, which is the target. And I think so that if they can continue scoring like 4 or maybe 6 runs per over from here on, they should finish this off quickly, like 10, maybe 12 overs. So there is no pressure. You can clearly see the body language, though that Myanmar fielders and players, they are showing some positive intent, which is also a good thing in terms of cricket. That body shouldn't be go. Yes, and that should improve with the passage of time. See that there is a bit of hesitation while driving that shot. That ball was kept towards offside, slight more fuller slip is there. So it's really a good thing that Jirapol just thinking that maybe losing a wicket if you can get an edge. So it's better to leave those deliveries because we have got the luxury of time, the overs left in this game.
Yes, he's batting with a lot of calmness in his mind, but you definitely have to admire Myanmar. Despite the scoreboard pressure, the body language is positive, like we mentioned, and the heads are up. The energy is still there in the field. They're showing good character by maintaining discipline, line and length, trying to attack that off stump, and trying to get that outside edge. I believe Jirapol's wicket is the key to bring back momentum into this side.
Yes, exactly. He's leading well. He has played most number of deliveries, and he's also already in double figures. So I think so that the confidence is there, and his body language is also positive. So it will be really
Driven quite beautifully. Whenever the opportunity is there, we've seen a couple of very good looking drives here. We were definitely feeling like a shift in momentum, and we could feel that the calmness was shifting, and the skipper runs out of patience, plays a very rash looking shot, and the persistence of Sila is rewarded, and finally he gets the breakthrough that Myanmar desperately needed. The new batter has walked out to the middle, and as we speak, the skipper of Thailand has to walk back to the pavilion. But once again, we like to reiterate that the way he was dismissed isn't really the best of shots that we have seen from him so far in this innings, and it's not really what you expect from the captain. There was rush of blood, and it costed him his wicket at the stage of the innings where they were looking like they're cruising. So it's good that these teams have started quite young. He'll learn from his mistakes, and eventually, we hope that this is something that is not repeated over the course of this tournament. And as we say that, Myanmar is sticking to the regime of some good attacking bowling, and let's see if the other batters also stick to this. Now, the tallest of bowlers, still young, might have a few inches, but this is a good start against the new batter. Once again, bowling those outswingers. This time doesn't bounce as much as the batter would have liked. The keepers this time doesn't bounce as much as the batter would have liked. The keeper takes it quite low. There's a slip in play, and we have a gully. So interesting plan. It's a traditional third slip kind of an area where the slip fielder is standing. And brilliantly bowled. Beautiful outswinger. Fortier has been brilliant with his outswingers so far. 8 overs completed, 25 with the loss of 1. Tanakorn is still yet to get off the mark. Let's see how it goes. The skipper is still out there. He scored 12 runs of 26 deliveries. It was his partner, ACC, who had departed. So skipper is still out there. 12 of 26. Fuller delivery, driven beautifully. That's been his signature shot. Whenever the ball was pitched up, he has risen on pitched up. He has risen onto the occasion. Played a couple of delectable looking drives. On a couple of occasions, the fast bowler has erred on his line and length. He's bowled a few inches fuller than he expected to. And the batter is absolute quality when it comes to fuller deliveries on the off stump. And carries to the slip. That is dropped. Big moment in the game. This time we can confirm. But they've missed it. Good looking drive straight to the fielder. Another dot ball. Chirapol really wants to bat deep. He doesn't really want to give any kind of opportunity, but that was really the gem of a delivery that we are talking about. It was on the full length, slightly back of it, attacking the off stump, so he had to play at that, and then just nicked it straight to slip, not being able to gather that. Once again, he's played that in the air, so that shot is definitely playing in his mind. He's looked tentative since edging that to the slip, but he really needs to maintain his focus. If you get a chance, if you get a life, you better capitalize on it. That's how this game folds. Salah has 2 more deliveries remaining in his over. Once again, Fuller deliveries, plays with softer hands this time. Just defends it. So 1 more delivery remaining. He's already bowled 4 overs and 5 deliveries, given away 16 runs and picked up that 1 wicket. He's looked the most threatening of the Myanmar bowlers. He has his work cut off. He needs to pick up Chirapol's wicket because he looks the most solid out here. Last ball of this over. Slightly shorter pitch. Happy to just defend it. End of the over. 9 completed. 27 with the loss of 1. Myanmar really need to find themselves a bowler who can pick up a few wickets here, at least a couple of them, to bring themselves back into the attack. Deliveries. Slip is coming closer. Now on a more traditional second and third slip position, with 2 slips in play, and Fortune is also bowling within himself. He's not trying to do anything too fancy. His previous over was a maiden. Happy to just play with soft hands at that one. Thaimin's 2 overs went for 10 runs, and that was the most expensive in terms of economy. Otherwise, Sila's 5 overs went for 16, and that's well bowled again, but this time plays it straight to the fielder, but is trying to just sneak in a quick single. 2 more deliveries remaining in this over. Fortune has been economical, but he wants to finish well, and he'll be very happy if he picks up a wicket here. Still attacking. Somehow just needs to hop on to any opportunity that arrives. Once again trying to curve that one through the offside for a scoring opportunity. He's already faced 33 deliveries. He can afford to do that. He won't be too upset with himself if he doesn't score off every delivery. But his wicket is the key here. Here comes Fortune. Oh, that's wavered down the leg side. That should race away to the boundary. This is poor bowling. Did not have any kind of control over that line and length. And eventually they'll get 5 extras. They can't afford to do that because they're not playing in with a lot of runs on the board. The bowler was extremely economical so far up until that point. Jirapol so far has shown us how multi-talented he is. He's batting very well. He's accustomed himself to the situation that he is in. He knows that it's not a big total. Doesn't really have to fancy his chances at everything. He bowled well, but better yet, he knew how to rotate his bowlers. He knew when to bring in whom, and eventually every time he made a bowling change, it worked for him. So far, it's been a very good day for him. He just wants to finish well. He bowled 2 overs for just the 5 runs, but he knew it was Whitaker who bowled 8 overs, picked up 6 wickets, and he brought him every time a wicket was required. So that was extremely good captaincy from him. The field changes were phenomenal as well, and now his batting at a very good strike rate at exactly what is required. He's already made 22 runs. He wants to stay there till the very end and take his team home. Currently, he's batting at a strike rate of 63, which at any stage in an ODI format is well accepted. He's seeing a spinner into the attack. We've seen a good spell of fast bowling. Once again, a thickish outside edge, just away from the slip fielder. A chase on for backward point. Eventually, runs are all that is needed. From here on, only 32 runs are needed. Not much really left in this innings unless they pick up some more wicket. Ijaz, you think the fast bowler should have been given a few more overs to?
Yes, Vita has bowled and got the wickets. Maybe someone from Myanmar. It would have been his day. Good fielding. They could pick up your early release. So let's see that if there may be anything can happen. But looking on the cricket, it looks like a Thailand game today. 38 for 1 after 11.
I would be happy to see just the bowlers from Myanmar attack the stumps a bit more often. They're trying to get the outswing going. I can understand that, but sometimes the batter isn't just committing to those outside the off stump. They know they can be safe. They know they don't really have a big target in their mind. They don't have to go for everything. So that's when perhaps attacking the stumps could have benefited them more. But nevertheless, they've bowled well. I'm not taking anything away from them. It's just that they've put themselves in such a situation which demands them to just bowl out of their skin and maybe just get a wicket from somewhere.
Yes, it is. You're right. Because there are lots of bowlers or batters, I must say, that to perform well under pressure. Like 4 wickets down, they require 40, 50 plus in 20 deliveries, and they are performing at that time. Well, that was a no ball, pretty way towards offside, a beamer sort of delivery. Rightly called by umpires a no ball and a free hit. So we're talking that there are lots of players who perform well under pressure, and there are lots of players who can't perform well under pressure.
Yes, and it's seemingly
Yeah, good time to get a wicket because still you have got an opportunity to get the more wickets. Comes in quite quickly, bowls an outer edge, and there the wicket keeper just jubilant enough after taking that catch, getting the second wicket in this inning, and there should be some more jubilation from Myanmar cricket team. The team effort should be there because your shoulders are up high, your tail is up. It doesn't matter that how many runs are there on the card. Don't look on that, but just go and make your own efforts. Get more wickets.
yes, on that occasion, that is reward some excellent bowling. The persistence was rewarded. We've seen on previous occasion the ball has swung much more than that, but they say that it doesn't really have to do much. Sometimes just that little bit of a movement is good enough to get that outside edge.
Well, there is a bit of the twist here after losing that wicket, because I was thinking that maybe from 15th over or till 15th over, that Thailand cricket team would have completed their task in this game today. So let's see that we have still got like 4 overs after this. That's wide, pretty wide. And I think so after getting a wicket, you should not be bowling like this. Lose net deliveries.
Yes, absolutely spot on, because whenever a new batter comes in, you got to attack the stump, make them feel that pressure and not allow them to free their arms. Another edge. What a scintillating catch that is. What an effort by the young wicketkeeper. And another wicket falls. And Myanmar back in the game with that one.
Excellent. This is a ripper. Have a look on this one, because you will be looking again and again. Touch shot, and look at the take. Wicketkeeper one-handed and going towards his right side.
Yes, one for the photographers, one for the ages, and definitely one to be a candidate for the catch of the tournament. I know this is early on, but that definitely was a treat for the eyes. Looks like Sokko is turning out to be the man with the golden arm. 3 deliveries already picked up 2 wickets, and now the middle order of Thailand is almost seemingly being exposed. Let's see what Jirapol does, and the batter joining him will be facing the first ball right on that corridor of uncertainty. Good start by the young fast bowler.
Well, to me, that how the ball has been dancing there, he should have got another slip in place just to make some more pressure on the batting.
That one went high up in the air. For a moment I thought someone should be underneath that, but it just falls safely. But looks like this man is creating opportunities, and that is exactly what the skipper requires of him.
That ball
You
went
think
too
Jet
high.
Sada came out to
That's
bat with an intent?
Yeah, should be coming with a batter intent. You're right.
Nevertheless, it is quite interesting because you don't really have much to chase. I know a couple of wickets have fallen, but going at it with all guns blazing is quite interesting, especially because Chirapol is still out there.
But keep the fingers crossed. If a couple of more wickets here at this stage, Myanmar can take, the things may be in trouble for Thailand cricket team, though that they hadn't much left in terms of racing here. They are almost to the winning crease or winning line. They're approaching nearby, but the wickets, these can only be on the way of their victory.
Yes, the power play is lifted. At this moment, they can just try to just rotate their strike a bit more too often, which hasn't happened so far. They're happy to just defend some of them and maybe a couple of big shots here and there, but they just need to get the singles more often.
Well, to me, don't need any sort of pressure, because we can clearly see the impact of fall of wickets on the batting. They're on the back foot. They're not going for the runs. Here they should go like this. This is going high towards onside and into the hands. That's the wicket number 4. And look at the celebrations. Excellent.
Exactly what we were worried of. You can see that pitched up. Exactly what we were worried of. You can see that pitched up. The batter went straight away for that. Fielder was rightly placed and an easy catch in the end. They haven't missed many other than that one opportunity at the slip cordon. But with that wicket, definitely Myanmar is back into the attack.
So it will be a big one if Myanmar team can be coming back into this game, making really a tough ask. Superb, then a fuss like 8 to 9 overs. They were not good here. They've been coming back into this game quite strongly.
Yes, that is why once again we have to question the approach of Jetsada. The moment he walked out, we got an impression that his intent is to just go after the bowling and hasn't worked for them. The first ball that Wichakam played rotated the strike quite beautifully, and that is exactly what is required. Just take the singles, bring the target closer to your radar, and then maybe play a couple of big shots and finish it off with style. Let's see how the approach is here. But Bonamint has done a good job here with his bowling, and Jirapol is batting quite sensibly. Batter's just taking a bit of a time. Jirapol is still out there. It's partnered by Wichakam. Good delivery to start off again.
Yeah, I think so that Myanmar cricket team, they should take a gamble by getting 2 more
in, and the slip that the skipper persisted with straight away. A very good catch, and once again, another wicket. Half of the side is already back. This is turning out to be a very interesting.
Yes, game has came into a very interesting stage. I think that looking on to the batting, considering Thailand cricket team, there is no pressure. They only need to stick with their batting skills, play straight, go for rotation policies. That was a loose shot, no footwork was there. So you keep your footwork right and get some singles, like 3 or 4 singles and couple of top deliveries, and can release the pressure of these 4 wickets that has been fallen quite quickly in the previous 4 or 5 overs. So first of all, that Thailand cricket team need to settle down here.
Yes, definitely. We talk about a good bowling spell. We talked about how without stroke with 6 wickets. Look at what a bowling effort this is turning out to be. Soko, 1.2 overs, 3 wickets by just 3 runs. He has grabbed Myanmar back into this attack now, and now the game is completely in the balance. It's anybody's game from here on.
Yeah, excellent spell. When you have not got much of the assets in your pocket to defend on, I think so it's really a big effort. Size bowling at his best. And so far, so good.
Yes, and full credit to Pazin Lin, the skipper of Myanmar. He's persisted with that slip from the very start. The wicket of Chirapol is the key here. I believe if that wicket is something that they're looking for, and if that wicket falls, then Myanmar can really find themselves in the game and they will have an opportunity to win as well.
Exactly, you're right. That will be the key wicket today. He's in 22 runs in just 41 deliveries. So he's showing his patience. The wicket kept falling around him. And let's see that how he will be finishing it today. That hasn't been a tough ask. When they started batting, it's a wide delivery down the leg side. But quite quick wickets, like 4 wickets fall so quickly. That has made some confusion in the batter's mind, I must say. Down the leg side, finally goes up, but excellent fielding. They are spot on.
Yeah, now the batters look a bit tentative. I believe there was an easy single there, but Jirapol is a bit tentative with his footwork now. He didn't know where the ball went. He just needs to shrug his shoulders off a little bit and just focus on what is going on in the pitch right now.
Yes, focus. That is a better word for the batters here at this stage. Keep focus. Because if you've been losing your focus from here, you may lose the focus from the game as well, which we've been playing today. Well, he's so confident, bringing his front foot up with the bat and pad together. It was not happening almost 30. Still, they have been keeping their tail up. They're batting. Should be batting for another half an hour. That has been dispatched away down the leg side. So another 15 to 20 minutes, I think, by keeping the pressure here, what we witnessed here, the Thailand should finish this off. It's 15 gone, 44 for 5.
Yes, full credit to Myanmar for being able to make a match out of this score. For a moment, we all thought that they might just be outplayed by the class of Thailand, but ever since they came out with the ball in hand, they've looked like a completely different team. The morale is high, the fielding is absolutely on point, and right now the difference between the two sides is the skipper of Thailand, Jirapol. Just plays a beautiful looking drive all along the ground that might race away to the boundary, and look, he doesn't even bother celebrating that one. From the body look, you couldn't tell if that was a boundary or not unless you saw it race to the boundary line.
Yeah, this is so easy. When he was into his shot, he made it so easy and comfortable. The way he batted, he was watching in a follow through. That ball has been racing through the covers for 4.
Yes, he looks focused. It looks like he's the man on a mission. He knows he's responsible of taking his side home. So he's not celebrating early. 27 of 49. That's what his score is right now. But he definitely has to carry on and take the team to the total. Now 20 required. Plenty of overs left, but it's the wicket column that the bowler. At the start of the innings, we thought that this will be a very easy score to be chased down. But so far, Myanmar has done a very good job in the field. I think the fielder has hurt himself. The bowler is going on to check. Yes, he's definitely hurt himself. I hope he's okay. As the physio is running in to check on him. Just having a short break. Stay tuned with us. After the slight pause in the game, we are back with live action, and it is quite unfortunate to say that one of the Myanmar fielders have been just taken off the field by a stretcher. It's never a good sign. We all hope and pray that he's okay. Look to be in a lot of pain, but we just hope that it's a minor issue, and we hope that he doesn't have any kind of tear or any kind of serious injury. That being said, soccer to continue. Score is 50 for 5. The
Thailand batters, they have done a good job in the start, but bit of the small cameo, must say, like 5 wickets that has made them little on the back foot. But overall, I think so. They are in a comfort zone. They can get another 10 to 15 runs, and the things will be in their pockets.
Good to see that there's still a slip in play. I hope the morale of the Myanmar fielders is still on point, because it will be playing in the back of your mind once your teammate is injured, but they must find a way to motivate themselves and tell themselves that it's just that one wicket of Chirapol that is just away from them, and them being in total control of this innings. Perhaps for the first time today, we're seeing the slip. Perhaps for the first time today, we're seeing the slip gone off the attack. It's quite interesting. We've seen the outside edges carrying to the slip fielder. Let's see how they go about this attack. Good looking sweep shot. Chase is on. Excellent effort in the deep to stop that from reaching the boundary. Very good running in the field as well, between the wickets by the two batters.
And you maybe fancy a chance here sometime. You maybe fancy a chance here sometimes that if Myanmar can get another 2 or 3 quick wickets. Otherwise, this is so easy now for Thailand.
Flighted delivery, trying to play that one all around the ground, but did not get full hold of that one. But they'll be happy with the singles as long as they keep coming.
Yes, now it's only the matter of a couple of more minutes. Must say like 5 to 10. If Thailand can wrap up the things, can get some better net run rate. Because such games can give you a better net run rate, a chance to whip up in terms of scoring some quick shots, some boom boom shots, must say.
Chirapol's patience must be complimented here. Scored 31 runs. He's faced more than 50 deliveries. He's been batting from the very start of this innings, and he's spent enough time. Really needs to bat long enough to take his team home, and that will be something that will really impress the selectors as well as the coach.
17 gone, 55 for 5.
Just bowling within themselves, not really trying to create enough chances. Can such a can such an injury affect the mindset of a bowling team?
I think it doesn't happen because if there is a one player injured, sportsman and sportswomen must say that they've been getting injuries during the passage of their career. So I don't think so that there is any sort of impact of that injury here on the performance of Myanmar cricket team.
At this point, just 14 runs required. Chirapol is happy to just defend the ball than attacking the stump.
Yeah, me too. Think here that they should be attacking wickets here. Though that we have seen that edges have been taken, but here at this stage, they should more look on attacking on the wickets. So it's been played towards square leg. The fielder is after that. Should get 2 here. But they have settled for a single. Comfortable playing that towards onside. But driving, that is a slight bit of question mark here. These two batters, they've not been able to drive through. So the bowler should keep the ball towards offside, try to make them drive, not to get back of line delivery where they can easily play towards onside.
Once again, Right now we have another bowler near the bank of a landmark here. And at the start of this innings, I really did not anticipate this. Sawkaw has already picked up 4 wickets. It's just given away 9 runs. This is turning out to be a fascinating spell of fast bowling. He's picking away wickets out of nowhere. With just 13 runs needed, Myanmar will really hope that he can pick up a fifer, that is, pick up another wicket, and then drive them towards a victory. Is it still possible? Is it still reachable? That is the question.
Well, cricket is all the time by chance game. Wait and see. 18 hours bowled, 56 to 6.
It's actually quite interesting if you look at the fall of the wickets. The first wicket fell when Myanmar brought in the change bowler and Thailand scored 24 runs. So they almost scored half of their runs with 1 wicket, and then 5 wickets really fell in quite quick successions.
Yeah, it mostly depends on the captain and the skipper. That change of bowling may be working for them.
Would you believe it? It is the skipper's wicket this time. Scored 33 runs. He's done the hard work. He's fallen to a delivery that was just staying a touch lower than the batter anticipated. As you can see in the replay, flighted delivery, turning it in towards, just got enough turn and picked up the middle of the middle stump. Beautifully bowled, but you'd be a touch disappointed in the way he was dismissed. He's looking good, but eventually couldn't finish the job. And now Myanmar truly can feel they're inching towards victory here. This is turning out to be a stellar of a contest. With just 13 runs needed, I'm not sure which way the game is tilted. So, this is exactly what you want from a low scoring thriller, and I don't think any of us anticipated it at the start of the second innings. We thought it would be a cruise for Thailand, but credit where it's due. Excellent bowling from Myanmar has really given themselves enough chance now, and now this is anybody's game.
Well, this is called effort. Because when you're playing a live game, cameras are shooting you. So I think it's everyone in the picture in the eye. So the team has made an effort. He was feeling for leg before, so it was off the bat.
There will definitely be a lot of nerves for these two batters. Both of them are new to the crease. Both of them have faced just the one and a couple of ball each. So anybody's game from here on.
Quick run taken, and that is the need of time. Being a wicket that have already been fallen from Thailand point of view, that they need to keep themselves alive in the center, because lots of times the opponent side may give you a chance to get runs. In the meantime, it's 57 with the loss of 7. 3 good deliveries can get a victory to Myanmar cricket team. In the meantime, the players here again bringing the drinks. Well, this very venue, they feel like badminton courts, basketball courts, climbing wall, cricket field. So lots of things are here for the sports personnels and for the students as well, here at this very venue where we have been witnessing this cricket game. Swimming pools as well, field hockey pitches here as well, where we have been making this thing happen. The cricket match, the Cafe Dime, a popular hangout spot for students, which serves light snacks and drinks, offering the perfect place to relax and catch up with friends during the downtime. So Malaysia is hosting well these cricket matches at good places, at good schools and universities. And look at the beauty in the background. You can clearly see the mountains and green area. Most of the times you have been receiving the rainwater, and this is so well built country, I must say, that Kuala Lumpur, that you won't be watching any sort of water on the streets, on the roads, even though that it's raining for 3 or 4 hours continuously, which indicates they have got a great sewerage system here. So it's really a beautiful place to visit. As already spoken, Malaysia, truly Asia.
Just the 11 runs then to win from here for Thailand, and 3 wickets is all Myanmar needs from here on.
It's not been a long journey here for the both teams, even if Myanmar cricket team can get 3 wickets. Or Thailand cricket team can wrap up the things by scoring some quick runs.
Yes, and it's definitely good to see that the bowler Sawkaw has looked the most threatening. He has bowled 4 overs before this. He's picked up 4 wickets with 1 maiden. His economy rate 2.16. So he is the only one who looked the most threatening so far of the Myanmar bowlers. And here's his work cut off, almost enticing the outside edge on that one. Every time this bowler comes in, you feel like something is about to happen. And that really gives the right message to the skipper. So that is something that this man can carry on later into his career.
Yes, you're right. when they kept the ball towards offside, bit more fuller, they have been rewarded with the wickets. So I think so here on this surface, he has got one slip, there should be another, keep the ball more fuller towards offside, make the batter to drive through the covers. You may be rewarded with a wicket.
I'll just bring up one thing at this stage. The skipper of Thailand, Jirapol, scored 33 runs, and the next best score is 7. That's how contrasting this batting performance of Thailand has been so far. It's been even more contrasting than Myanmar, if you ask me.
Hmm?
Thailand definitely needed someone to step up when Jirapol was batting, which wasn't the case, but definitely in the bowling, lots of positives. And it's that man who's bowling in now, really creating chances. That is going down the leg side. Optimistic appeal, really. With just 10 runs needed, I feel just around the corner is that one release shot, especially against the spinner, because with that one scoring shot, they might just eye the total that is to be chased in single figures now. So let's see if that's the case. Against the leg spin, it will be a little bit easier for the left-hander. We just have to wait and watch. I'm happy with.
But Abrar, a leg break bowler all the time, having varieties. Leg break, flipper, straight, top spin, wrong one, googly. So that if Bowling can deliver a beauty here. Because here I think so that there are not any sort of surface tracks where the ball can get rid of the spin. The full toss being dispatched away down to the deep mid wicket. Space is available. Long chase, but in vain. 4 runs. Excellent pickup and placement.
Exactly what Thailand needed. They needed that release shot just when we were speaking about it. That one boundary is all that they needed to bring that total just below 10, and now they just need that one glory shot to win this game.
Well, the heat and the humid sort of conditions may make sometimes a bit of the stem 9 fitness test. I think so that at this stage they've been up to the first time. Down the left side, the wicket keeper can't stop it. This is running down the hill. So that it has reduced the pace, but 3 runs should be there. If they had scored only 2 runs, so the fitness will be a question mark here. That under a huge humid sort of conditions, sunny, hot. We had seen in a previous game as well that there were some sort of cramps.
Because they need to build on their physique. Because cricket is a game that requires a lot of endurance. You don't think of it as a high intensity sport, but it's definitely something that requires all of your body from top to the very bottom to be fully functional. And that's something that, in addition to the cricketing skills that you have to develop, you must work on as well. With just 3 runs required against the spinner, for a moment I thought a glory shot was on the card, But it wasn't to be. 21 overs completed, 66 runs with a loss of 7. But Thailand is really just one shot away from glory. At this stage, I feel we must say that Myanmar really gave us a game out of something that we'd never anticipated them to give. So lots of positives for them to take away from that is eventually if Thailand go on to win from here. But both these teams need to work on their batting and definitely they must work on their fitness.
Not much journey left in this game today here for the both teams. But overall, really a good contest.
Thickish outside
getting a
edge to
single.
pick up that run. Does not go all the way to the boundary. A fumble there in the deep, but I believe they've taken the couple of runs that was required of them. Waiting for the signal.
It was not an easy task, but the target had been achieved. And Thailand cricket team, I think so, they have won the game. And now they understand that we have got the victory here with a margin of only 3 wickets, which has been a narrow escape, you must say, the way that Thailand cricket team has batted over here today. The 7 wickets fall quite quickly. The first one was of 24 runs partnership, and after that, the Thailand cricket team couldn't hold them well, though they have got a victory. But Myanmar cricket team, they have done a good job in bowling, and look at that beauty of low scoring, 68 runs. That was the chase here for Thailand cricket team. But Myanmar could only score in 23 overs, 2.96. The 6 wickets fall for Wita Wet, who has just been coming in, and then again in class, the Sa bowl 4 and got 4 wickets in 5.2 overs with 11 runs on the card. So here, a victory for Thailand.
Yes, who would have thought that this target could produce so much drama? But eventually, Thailand has come out victorious. So that is it from the commentary panel. We'll be back with the presentation. So stay tuned with us. That is it from the Combox.
Today's match between Thailand versus Myanmar. Player of the match, Vitrawat Srikau, who took 6 wickets and scored 24 runs in 8 overs. Vitrawat.